Yes, and welcome back to the Ash Williams Show. My name is Ash Williams, and I am fired up. How the fuck are ya? Come on. I hope you're listening to this wearing a mask. Yeah. On the guitar today, we've got my nude. Yeah, he's back. Playing the guitar, and he's about to pass the baton to Pete Evans. Yeah. On the keyboard, Pete Evans. Back together at last. Starring in a new TV show called My Cock Rules. And it's just Manu and Pete arguing over who has the best cock. But it's new to Channel 7, and it should rate better than Plate of Origin. Welcome to Plate of Origin. All right. Let's get straight into the show with some texts on the hotline 0406 284 954. Ash Williams, Sven here from Patreon. A ponytail that's better than Kostya Zoo's is owned by Penn Jillette of Penn and Teller fame. You know it's true, and you know it's what must be done. Loving the Dan Andrews vids. You are very clever. Love, Sven. Look, I'm still going to say that's line ball there with Kostya and Penn Jillette. You know, it's all about what Kostya Zoo stands for that makes his ponytail what it is. Penn Jillette, I can take it or leave it. Plus, isn't he a magician? So, like, of course he's going to be a bit quirky. Kostya's a fucking boxer. Okay, he's meant to be, like, looking tough. I suppose a ponytail is tough. The way he wears his ponytail is properly tough. Most of the time when guys wear ponytails, people think they're pussies. Not Kostya Zoo. You know, sometimes I'm wearing a ponytail out the back and people will yell out the car, pussy, and... and again, I take it as a compliment. I'm like, thank you. Let's get another text. Hi, Ash. Just listen to It Started With the Cheese, and I have to say, you actually may be losing your mind. It seems like the podcast is getting looser and looser, and I love it. Looking forward to the leaf blower sketch on Patreon. By the way, I love my mug. It is now my favorite mug, and it makes the perfect cup of coffee just the way I like it. I didn't know my mugs also made coffee. What a wonderful invention. Cheers, Lou. Now, there's an invention for you. A mug that makes coffee. You press the mug and it makes coffee. You're welcome, inventors. Just going back to the leaf blower sketch that will be up on Patreon by the time you hear this. Very hard to find on the white laptop. Again, that is a masterclass on how to not use props in a sketch. Patreon.com/Ash Williams Show. Let's get another text. Hey, mate, where can I watch Scumbus? I'm pretty sure I had it saved as a favourite on YouTube, but never got around to watching it. And now it's not there. Help a brother out. Dave, I'll get you Scumbus. The scenes that I did on Scumbus, I will put on Instagram, okay, because that's relating to last week's ep. Of course, those scenes where I'm running around the streets trying to give random dudes blowjobs is one of Lily and Frank's favourite movies. So I will get you those scenes. Let's get one more text. Ash, I've left it too late for this week, but I know you have an interest in Australian politics and politics suits, wink. Any inside word on Michael Sukkar? Sukkar, Sukkar. He's about the right vintage as you and seems to be around the right part of Melbourne for you to have crossed paths with him before. Any inside goss? Maybe black market? Never heard of this guy, Michael Sukkar. What a wonderful name. I should have played Michael Sukkar in Scumbus. Fucking perfect. Instead, what was my name? I played Mooney, and I was named after Lawrence Mooney because Mooney before he was married, used to walk around sucking dudes off. Michael Sucker. Let's have a look at this guy. Australian Minister for Housing. Oh, he was on 60 Minutes, yeah? Michael Sucker. What a wonderful name. Just on the name alone, I'd elect him on that. Let's get into the podcast. Of course, every Tuesday on Patreon, we do Black Market. That's where I tell you some scoop and some black market stories that need to be behind a firewall. Let's get a tease of this week's app. Here's something for you. I'll tell you a tennis story. I was at the tennis and we're watching centre court, me and a mate. And about 20 rows down, and my mate, who I was working with at Nova, stands up and goes, and I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Sit down. You can get that at patreon.com/Ash Williams Show. Now, we've got a text from last week. I've got a TV pitch for you. Who wants to be a millionaire, but all the contestants are billionaires? So the threat is more realistic. And I loved it. And you know what? I changed it a little bit. So just that all of the contestants are billionaires, so they don't care if they win the million, and then they're just like taking the piss out of the show and not taking it seriously. Another wrinkle in that pitch I thought of was that Eddie Maguire has to give away the money out of his own bank account. Let's see how friendly you are now, Eddie. I'd love to see it if Eddie's giving away the $250. He would fucking blow up like a tomato. He'd go nuts. Now, that's a TV show. That's a way better TV show. Eddie Maguire has to pay them out of his own bank account. Now we're going to see real emotion from two people. I love it. And any money that they don't get, it goes back to Eddie. How good's that for a TV show? Are we onto something? It's proper gambling, but it's like Eddie's Crown Casino. I love that, but I digress. I got another text from just this morning. Hey, Ash, I'm no longer dateless or desperate. I've been seeing someone for a few months now and forgot to keep you in the loop. Give me a call if you want. Well, we're definitely going to call. Remember, join Patreon exclusively to find love.
Actually, how are you, champion?
Mate, I'm fantastic, and I'm fired up for you, mate. We're going to get straight to it, straight to the scoop. You found love.
Yeah, I have.
Now, with a family member or?
you buddy. No, with a lovely young girl.
Good. I hope she's not too young.
No, like she's a couple of years older than me.
Beautiful. This is fantastic. And look, I don't want to take credit for it, but I will. I don't know if you've, because obviously you joined Patreon to find love. You joined Patreon and you found love. You do the math. And I don't know if you've seen the TV show or movie The Game with Michael Douglas. Have you seen it?
I haven't, mate, no.
Probably a good thing. All I'm saying is you're Michael Douglas. I've pulled some strings and you're welcome. Okay?
Mate, you've done well. You've put it out into the universe for me and it's paid off.
And I love the TV pitch too with Millionaire, mate. It was the catalyst to lots of ideas. I love the billionaire. I love that wrinkle.
Yeah, I mean, like, what's more threatening than losing all of your income?
Oh, so what's your idea? So they go on.
The idea was, like, if you're who wants to be a millionaire, but you're already a billionaire, so the threat is that Eddie's just going to take all your money. If you get the questions wrong, you lose your money.
Oh, so yeah, you've got a bet to play.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. So it's betting. Yeah, no, well, that's good. That's
it's a
good.
pay-to-play scenario.
Well, this is what I thought too. So I like the pay-to-play, but I also think that if Eddie loses, Eddie has to pay out of his own bank account.
Ooh, I like that.
Hey, mate, who do you go for in AFL?
I don't really follow the sports ball too much, mate.
Oh, good for you. That's a very bold statement for a Victorian.
It is, but no. Try and steer clear of it.
Focusing on love. Mate, thanks again for getting involved, bud.
All the best, Ash.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, mate. Bye.
Thank God he hasn't seen The Game with Michael Douglas. If you haven't seen that, watch it. What a movie. Now, I do want to talk about a culture problem at an AFL club. Now, I've been going down watching some football with my girl, and we're right behind the Newtown Swans. Right, they're in Newtown, and right behind the Newtown Swans, they're in Bondi. No, and watch them every Sunday. And look, they're 10 years old. They're little leaguers, but what's good is you get down there early enough. You get the full age range. So get down there at like 7 a.m. You've got 7-year-olds, then 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds. You get the idea. And by midday, you're up to like fully grown 12-year-olds. But I got to tell you, the Newtown Swans suck. They never score, okay? And I think there's a culture problem down there, big time. And it starts with the coaches, okay? A fish rots from the head down. And the coaches there suck. If you're listening to this, the coaches at Newtown Swans Junior League suck. All right? And if only I could put money on junior AFL matches. I'll tell you what, you put the house on the visitor team. It doesn't matter who they are. They're going to smash the Newtown Swans. I heard one of the Newtown Swans coaches say to one of his players, don't sit next to Mark. He's got cooties. He's got cooties? You say that about one of your players before he's about to go on the ground? Culture problem. And also, what are cooties? It's an American thing. No one understands what the fuck cooties are. If the coach wants to really be, zeitgeist, you say, don't sit next to Mark, he's got corona. That's a great joke. Way better. Boom, boom, boom. Let's keep going with the pod. We've got a fair bit to get to. I spoke to a friend of a friend during the week. His name's Hans. One of the biggest perverts I've ever met. This is a short story, but I need to tell you. So Hans goes to nudist beaches a lot. And he's one of those guys at a nudist beach who is not nude. So he's there fully clothed. By the way, Hans is 70. And so he goes to nudist beaches just to, I guess, look at nude people. And you think he's harmless because he looks old. But I tell you right now, this guy's not harmless. So he tells me this story. He goes, he's watching a young man get a blowjob on the beach. And he was about 50 meters away. And he thought, that looks like a blowjob. What does Hans do? Walks towards the blowjob, puts his towel 5 meters away from the blowjob and starts watching. And then he says to the guy, you're a lucky guy. And apparently these two people were so drunk and hammered that they didn't even care that Hans was watching. And Hans is telling me this like it was the best day of his life. I'm like thinking, this is outrageous. You are a 70-year-old man who should be on a watch list. You're a cooked man. Got a live read coming up. Hang out for that. Got 2 TV pictures here for you. First one, if you've been following Channel 10's offloadments, Kerry-Ann Kennelly, Daly Bailey, Tim Bailey, and Natasha Belling got fired from Channel 10 about 3 weeks ago. Here's a new TV vehicle for Channel 10. They give one of those 3 their job back. KAK, Daly Bailey, or Belling. And they've got a campaign on Channel 10 for the viewers to vote them back in. It's like being voted back into the Big Brother house. And they're doing political style campaigns on Channel 10 each night, like 6 p.m. It's like Hey, I'm Tim Bailey. You may know me as the Daily Bailey. I've been a weather presenter for 30 years. You may have seen me on Totally Wild. Sure, I wear too much fake tan and stilts on my shoes, but I can read the fucking weather. So, that kind of thing. And then everyone votes them back in. I reckon it'd be a fascinating experiment. Because KAK and Daily Bailey, people are passionate about. And Belling, people are like, she's inoffensive. Natasha Belling, lovely person. But I'd love to know who would get in because people, they're big fans of KAK, big fans of Daily Bailey. Also, many people who don't like them. So that would be fascinating. I've got another TV pitch. Have you seen Celebrity IOU on Channel 9? If you don't know it, celebrities get to give a home or garden makeover to their best friends. And it's kind of like Backyard Blitz, and it's not always backyard. And the best friends are always makeup artists. Like Brad Pitt was on there and his best friend, and he gave the home makeover to his makeup artist. Then Rebel Wilson came on and gave it to a hairdresser who she met in LA. And if Celebrity IOU has taught us anything, it's that celebrities have no friends. Zero friends. And the moral of the story is if you're a hairdresser or a makeup artist, be nice to celebrities, especially actors, because you'll probably get a free home renovation because celebrities have no friends. In fact, Celebrity IOU should be renamed Celebrities Have No Friends. Like, it's pathetic. If you watch the Rebel Wilson one, I didn't buy their friendship. Even like the hairdresser was like, we're not really friends, but I'll take the free garden. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get some live reads off the top rope. Apura sweatbands. Do we have any theme music? That's not going to work. Apura sweatbands. We kind of did a live read for Apura last week, but APRIRA.com, Apura.com. They're selling sweatbands and face masks, and they're the best in the business. Let me chuck on my Apura sweatband. I always like to finish the pod because I'm quite sweaty at the moment because I just got out of the sauna. Apura sweatbands, whether you're working out or wanking one out, be sure to wear Apura sweatbands and face masks, especially if you're in public. The Apura face mask can give you that anonymity you've been craving. There's actually never been a... Actually, this is not part of it. There's actually never been a better time to do dodgy stuff, i.e. wanking in public, than now. Okay, you can be wearing a mask, and people are going to be more outraged if you're not wanking and not wearing a mask. Hey, that guy's wanking. Oh, yeah, but he's wearing a mask. Hey, there's a guy over there not wanking and not wearing a mask. Quick, call the cops. Apura.com. By the way, Apura, I'm going to try and get a face mask because they look pretty fucking good. I'm pumped for them. How funny is it, though, if you're someone who doesn't wear a face mask and you see people wearing face masks, the judgment you have for the mask wearer is really palpable. You're thinking like, look at this worrywart, always wearing a mask. Fucking get a grip. But then the day you wear a mask, the judgment flips like that. It turns on a dime. And you look at non-mask wearers like ignorant fools. I find the judgment switch pretty funny. Let's get one more text. Hey, Ash, I have an idea for a new segment. Instead of Can't Say Who, the new segment is Can't Say What. You tell us the name of the celebrity and we have to come up with something that they have done. Best scenario wins a Gooch shirt. Stay safe and stay fired up. Yeah, I like that. All right, I'll start Can't Say What with Dr. Chris Brown. Sending what you think Dr. Chris Brown did to the hotline 0406 284 954. Best one wins, or closest one wins a Gooch shirt. Let's get a voicemail to round out the pod.
Ashley, it's Goldie Guy. Mate, the answer is right in front of us. First of all, shout out to Daryl Summers. Love you like a creepy uncle. The answer's right in front of us, dude. Howie's got a hotline. We don't need Twitter anymore. We just hit him up on the hotline, and somehow there has to be a way to infiltrate the Howie Games with some Ash Williams show brilliance. I don't know what it is. I don't have all the answers. I don't claim to have all the answers, but we need to find a way. But let's not just kill it. Let's just find a way in. There's got to be a way in, because Howie can find his way in to people's hearts and people's minds, as and he deserves to let us in. Let's work on it. Or let's have a look up the Howie Games hotline.
That was a terrible voicemail, Goldie Guy. Went nowhere. I'm guessing you were drunk again. Obsessed with the Howie Games you are. It's almost like a fucking live read for Howie Games. I don't care whether I go on that show. I really couldn't give a fuck. But I appreciate the effort. That is the podcast, friends. Thank you again for listening. Of course, for anything else, any Leaf Blower sketches, Ash and Ed episodes, pictures to stories, go to patreon.com/Ash Williams Show. Of course, Black Market every Tuesday. And I'm recording a new episode for Patreon with my brother, finally. So that's a big scoop. If you're in Victoria, stick fat, stay strong. You're almost out of it. You're in the fourth quarter, I reckon. Thank you again for listening. This is the Ash Williams Show, and I'll talk to you Tuesday or Friday. Take care. Bye-bye. You've been listening to the Ash Williams Show.